Hello, strong people. Week 9, day 1 of Olympic City Strongman Pro-Am Prep, something like that. I'm out of breath still because I recorded this part. I recorded the intro after my main set of logs, so my throat's a little hoarse, scratchy, and my brain's all out of it after that. But I won't spoil it yet. You guys will have to wait and see. So I had 2 to 3 sets of 3 at 375 today. It says to keep it under 45 seconds. You guys will see. But these last 3 weeks of prep, 3 weeks and then a deload week, so still 4 weeks out. They're tough. They're always the heaviest weeks of prep. This week's heavy. Next week is going to be essentially comp runs and everything for the most part, I think. The week after will still be fairly heavy, and then it should be a deload after that. After log, I don't really know what I have. I'm pretty sure I have press outs, like seated press outs. So I'll put the log like an inch or two above my head, and just tricep finish it with my triceps. So I don't really have a whole lot to say. I made a rookie mistake today. I didn't meal prep this week, which would normally bother me really bad because I'm a big routine person, and not doing that is definitely not part of my routine. So I basically had some leftover stuff today, and I didn't realize until about 4 o'clock that I had almost zero carbs for my lunch today. I made we had some leftover what even is it? I don't know. What's that called? Chopped cheese. Basically, just a hamburger chopped up, cheeseburger chopped up. So I made a little patty melt out of that, and then I also had like a quesadilla with it. But the tortillas that I have are the low carb ones. I don't know why I have the low carb ones. I really don't. So really, the only carbs I had was in that one piece of sourdough bread that I cut in half and made into a sandwich, which is not smart. You need carbs for stuff like this. So at like 4 o'clock, when I clocked out of work, I ate like 4 Nutrigrain bars that were almost 30 carbs a piece. So gave all that a little bit of a chance to digest, and then came out here. Ugh. And then my Gatorade as usual. And I think I'm feeling it because I don't have a whole lot of energy left. But that's enough talking right now. So I'm going to let you guys see what happened. And then I'll talk about it again. All right. So as you can see, that didn't go that well. I was getting in my head big time, because here's why. This is not an excuse. This is just basically me being a weenie. So if you've never had 375 pounds on your chest, it's a little bit tough to breathe. So, as your heart rate increases, you need more oxygen. So once I get to that third rep, it is very tough to not pass out when I press the weight. That third rep, when that weight's sitting on your chest, it is very tough to get a full breath. So I'm trying to get a breath, on the second part of the clean. As I squat down, get a real big breath, roll it up, and I got like nothing left by the time the weight's at the top. So there's that. And because of that, I'm like subconsciously like, oh my God, I'm going to pass out with this while I'm pressing it. Which I just don't think is true anymore. I definitely thought it was true the first 3 sets. And yeah, I went off program and did another set because I knew what I was doing wrong. So there was that part. I'm kind of psyching myself out with the third rep on my chest. And another thing is, if you watch set 4 compared to my first 3 sets, as you can tell, my balance is all over the place the first 3 sets. I'm coming to the left, I'm going to the right. I think it was I don't know if it was set 2 or 3, but I almost locked out that third rep. And my left leg started to turn in, and I was like, I ain't doing that. So I dropped it. It was so close to a lockout, but so close, close doesn't count. So I dropped it. Pretty mad about that. Anyway. And then so I was like, I know what I'm doing wrong. Well, I learned a little bit more each set. So the first set, I didn't really think anything of it. The second set, I pinched my elbows together in the front. Huge difference in finishing the press. My elbows don't flare as much whenever they're locked in like that. Keep your elbows in tight, because I was flaring really bad. Just like if you were benching, you don't want your arms to flare too much. Some people can get away with it, but yeah, ideally you don't want your elbows to flare extremely, extreme. You want to keep them fairly tight to your body. And I was not doing that. I was flaring out immediately, and I wasn't able to finish the press. Another thing that I realized is that so I had my glutes and legs very tight as I'm, standing with the log on my chest. When I dip and drive, I want to I don't know how to say it right, but reflex my quads, my glutes, rather than just press and keep them stagnant. I want them to be active in the press. Just like if you were benching, you want your glutes, your quads, everything tight, so you can have a firm place to press off of, and you can use those legs to finish the press. And I was not doing that those first few sets. So whenever it came to that fourth set that it's off program. I'm not going to say shouldn't have done it, but I learned a lot from it, and I'm happy I did it. So it is what it is. But I put it all together that last set. I kept my elbows locked in tight. I didn't wobble around as I was pressing the weight. I was able to finish it. I had good leg drive. I kept my legs tight as I was finishing the press. And then I also thought about, making the clean a 2-part clean, which I never do. I tried it once a few years ago, and I never liked it. And maybe that helped me a bit there. I don't think it really did, because I think it made that second part of the clean way harder for me. And I feel like maybe if I did that, I was able to keep a bigger breath out of the hole, but I don't think it was any better. It didn't feel any better, that's for sure. I cleaned it, got to the chest. I was like, that didn't help at all. But I stuck to what I was doing the first 2 reps. Squeeze my glutes, squeeze my legs, elbows pinched in, dipped, drive, kept the glutes tight. Lost balance a little bit, I won't lie. Got a little bit off balance over my head. Locked it out for like a split second. I don't know if it'd be quick enough to get the down call, but I did press it. I'm not really happy with how I pressed it, I guess, because I don't know if it would have gotten a down call. It doesn't matter if you can press it all you want, but if you don't hold it for the down call, then you didn't press it. So it's got to be better on game day. But I am glad I did that last set. I know it wasn't programmed, but now I know. I just need to keep my head on straight when I have that log on my chest. Less focused about. I need to not think about passing out and be just more focused on pressing the weight correctly. It's just annoying. It's just annoying that I knew I could have been doing better those first 3 sets and I wasn't. Frustrating stuff. Anyway, let's go to the accessories. Yeah. I hope you can see me. Lockout, press outs, whatever you want to call them, they went well. I need to trim my mustache. It keeps getting in my mouth. Really inconvenient. I underestimated how strong I was going to be at those. I started at 340, and I was like, whatever, let's do 400. So I did that. That was probably a good number. I might have been able to do like 410, 420. It was 3 sets of 6. I don't remember. Did I record all 3? I don't know. I'll be able to tell when I edit this, and you'll know. Either way, they felt good. Lockout felt strong. I love incline log. So much so that I asked my coach to put it back in the program because it is the closest way to replicate the way that I press the log. I keep my glutes tight. It's essentially like a standing bench press when I do the log. I know I've said that before, but glutes tight, legs tight, same way you would in a bench. Upper back tight. I guess there's some controversy over that. Don't pinch the shoulder blades together. I don't know. I don't bench that much, but it works for me in log. And then elbows tucked. So that's what I've been doing. And doing incline log on my secondary press days helps me to kind of keep that positioning. So that's back in here for the next 3 weeks. I don't think I have it scheduled on the deload week. I could be wrong, but either way, so far so good today. So let's do our whatever these are, lat pull downs. Strapping up for all of them. That's what's programmed, so that's what we'll do. It's 4 sets of 6. And I believe it's a 2 count hold at the bottom. Oh, that's heavy. I'm not good at lat pull downs. I've gotten a lot better at them, but they just don't feel that great. I don't know. It's not that they don't feel great. It's just I feel like I should be able to move more weight on it. But it's tough to tell with this machine. There's a lot of friction. So whatever I have on here, I don't actually know what weight I have on here, but it probably feels heavier because of the friction. I don't know. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. as long as it's heavy. I've been out here way too long. Those sets on log took a while. And then having to unrack the log, set everything up over here in the rack, and then move the log over, and then reload it. So that took a little while. And I know I've said this before in videos, but I need to speed it up in here. I just do. I know there's a fine line somewhere between working out fast enough that you know, if you work out fast enough, you're going to boost your cardio a little bit, like CrossFit type stuff. Obviously, they take it to the extreme on that end, but in practice, I would imagine it works the same. You know, if I take 2 minutes rest between everything rather than like 5 to 7, then my cardio is probably going to get better. However, on the other side, for strength, it's better to wait, you know, an extended period of time. I know Thor will take, he's programmed how much rest time in between sets. And I know I've seen videos where he's like 10 minutes. And that'll be 10 minutes for like the last 3 sets, like the last 3 warm-ups leading up to a top set or something too, I'm pretty sure. So like, say he's going to pull 1,000 pounds and he needs to pull 8, 9, and then 1,000. So he'll pull 8, rest 10 minutes, pull 9, rest 10 more minutes. And so there, just to do 3 reps, it's going to take him at least 20 minutes, probably longer between, you know, getting into the bar, getting the belt on, all that. So it's, you know, probably around 10 minutes. It's probably taking him close to maybe 25, 30 minutes to get 3 reps in. So there's a fine line in there somewhere. What I would probably suggest, which is what I try to do, probably not that great at it, but take Gatorade bottle popped. To do what you got to do, rest long enough in between your main sets, you know, whatever the main exercise might be. Like log for me, I'll take as much time as I need to in between that, just because I want to be almost as fresh as I can be for each set. I don't know if that's right, but that's how I look at it. And then on my accessories, I try to be a little bit faster in between. Because of those lockout holds being so heavy, I was taking more time in between them. But something like this, I should have already done 2 more sets. So I'm going to stop talking and do another set. Wonder if you can see my lats better in this angle. I don't even know what you can see in this angle, if I'm being honest. Ooh. Oh, that little rebound out of the bottom there that didn't quite get the 2 count hold on that. I almost forgot on the first rep. I'm not going to take as long to rest for this set. And I'm also not going to record whatever's after this. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to call the recording here. I talked a lot before the first set and after the first set, so I think you guys have heard me blabber enough. My nose is stuffy again. This thing does a really good job. I know it'd be much worse if I wasn't wearing it, but sometimes when I sleep, yeah, I'll shuffle around. It could move the metal discs underneath a little bit so they're not as tight on the nose. There's also a few other sizes of this, so maybe for training I'll start using the bigger one to really open my nostrils up more. I'm definitely going to need it in Colorado, I think, with that being I believe it's around 6,000 feet elevation where we're competing. I have no idea what it is here. I mean, Northwest PA, Appalachian Mountains, but I have no idea. I'm going to look that up after I end this video, though, just out of curiosity. But that's something to keep in mind, which could make the log tougher. You know, got to make sure that I am ready to press that 400. I can't jump into that too early. And same thing with the 375. I can't take any log for granted there. I got to execute on all three, but do them one at a time, obviously. Don't think ahead. All right, another set. Oh. All right, I know I have one more set to go, but I'm going to stop the recording there. So stick around because tomorrow's deadlift day. Hopefully it's a good one. So until next time, go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and I'm going to the Arnold this weekend, so I don't know if I'll do a day 4 video this week, because I'll be hopefully training at someone else's place over there by Columbus. That is, I know he's volunteering at the amateur strongman that day, so I don't know for sure if he'll be able to. I'm hoping, because I don't want to miss a training day, but also it's his house, it's his gym. I'm not gonna, be like, dude, I gotta come over and train. It's not very respectful, so I won't be doing that. If he's okay with it, I'll do it. If not, I will figure out something else. So I already did my outro, but just for the sake of, continuity purposes, I'm going to do it again. Go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.